Hey, it's Mike with the Rendition Paintball, and today we're going to show you how to install the Rendition magnet trigger kit into the 05 Ego. First thing you want to do, as always, is you want to degas your gun and make sure that there is no pressure in your gun. How you do that is by pressing your bolt forward. If there is any air pressure or residual air pressure in your gun, what you're going to want to do is just go ahead and dry fire it and get it all out. And once you do that, go ahead and remove your reg, set it aside, and go ahead and remove your two grip frame screws. There's one in the front and one in the back. Set those aside. Now what you're going to want to do is open up your grip frame, and on top of your trigger pin here, there's a small set screw. Go ahead and just give that about a full turn, and you should be able to press your trigger pin out the side of your gun. Now, if your pin's a little tough to get out, I am including a nail in the kit, so you can just gently press the pin out using the nail. Now once the pin is out, go ahead and remove the trigger. You can remove the trigger from the bottom. Okay, come on out. There it goes. There's a magnet already inside your trigger frame, and sometimes it's going to grab. Now what I recommend doing, now obviously everybody's preference is different, but I recommend doing this. Go ahead and remove the front screw that's on your 05 Ego trigger. This was traditionally the magnet, the tension screw. Go ahead and remove that. There's really no sense in having two magnets in your gun. It's going to make your pull really tough. So just go ahead and remove that screw and set it inside. If anything, I would just go ahead and set it in the bag that your Rendition magnet trigger kit already came in. Okay, now that we have your trigger out, take the large magnet and the smallest Allen key that you have in your kit. Now, the smallest Allen key is generally the .050. So take that Allen key, get the magnet on there, put a nice size drop of super glue on the top. Okay? And now what you're going to want to do is put this into the hole where your spring was. So go ahead and set that into the hole. Okay, and now what you're just going to do is just go ahead and leave the Allen key stuck to the magnet and just let that rest for about 5 minutes. What's going to happen is once the glue sets, you're going to be able to safely pull away the Allen key without removing the magnet. So we're just going to go ahead and let that sit for about 5 minutes. Now that I've given this about 5 minutes to dry, what I'm going to try to show you here is exactly what I did here. Hopefully you can see that okay. Glued the magnet inside there, and now that we've given this about 5 minutes to dry, we can now just go ahead and remove the Allen key, and the magnet will sit down inside there without coming out. Okay. Next step is to take the small magnet that comes in the kit, and what we're going to do now is we're just going to get our polarity right. Get the small magnet that comes in the kit, stick it to the end of a larger Allen key, and get it close to the frame magnet. And as you can see here, we got the polarity correct because it is repelling. If it attracts and the magnet snaps onto there, just go ahead and take your Allen key and shove it out, and you should be able to flip it back over and try again. Okay, now we know the polarity is correct. What we're going to do is take the middle screw, which was the tension screw on your trigger, and go ahead and screw it out the back. Take the magnet, put a small drop of super glue on top of the magnet, okay, and you should be able to take the glue should actually go ahead and just stick right to the screw. Okay. And that's what it'll look like. And now what we're going to do is just go ahead and just carefully, there's no need to rush this, but we'll just go ahead and carefully put this back into the trigger. Okay, there we go. Now I usually screw this back until you can't put, unfortunately I couldn't get the magnet small enough to where it would go all the way inside the set screw hole here, but get it to just about where it's flush. And we're going to go ahead and let that rest and set and cure for about 5 minutes. Okay, now that we've given the magnet about 5 minutes to dry on the trigger, what you're going to do is go ahead and put this back into the frame. What I usually do is put the top in like that. There's that magnet there, and it is going to catch. Okay. There we go. There we go. Line up the trigger pin, go ahead and stick it in. Now here's a good time to check for polarity. Obviously if you put your trigger magnet in backwards, your trigger is going to stick back. Real easy, just go ahead and pop it off, glue the other side and stick it back on there. And then from here, what you're just going to want to do is get your pin in there to where your pin's nice and flush, which that one is. Tighten it down from the top. And that's about it. Go ahead and reverse your steps. Go ahead and put your grip frame back onto your gun. Make sure there's no pinched wires or pinched hoses. Be very careful when you insert this back onto the gun. And that's about it for installing your Rendition magnet trigger kit for the 05 Ego. You're going to really like the way this feels. It's very fast, very snappy. Email me if you have any questions. Thank you very much for